This is part 2 of CS Discovery's Unit 2 Web Development Lesson 4, a mini project HTML web page. So you should have already planned out what you wanted your web page to look like, just a simple web page with some headings, paragraphs, and a list. And then you should have gone through the review for HTML and then how to create lists. And then in this section here, we're going to go ahead and code it. So right now I'm going to code my page, and remember all of your content needs to be in between these two body tags, okay? So everything needs to go in between the body tags for your content. So we're going to start with a heading, and let's start with the H1, and then we're going to do this about video games, okay? And then I'm going to close my H1 tag. All right, so I've got my video game showing up over here. Now maybe I want to write a paragraph about video games. So I'm going to use this paragraph tag, and then I can start writing. All right, so I've got a paragraph there, and then I'm going to close it with my closing paragraph tag. If you want to do another paragraph, you could do that as well. I could create another paragraph here. Okay, and then just maybe I'm going to talk about the different types of games that I like to play. Okay, so just written a little bit more about what I like to play, and then I'm going to close it with a closing paragraph tag. Now maybe I want to put a horizontal rule or a line going across, and this is how you would do it right here with this HR tag that does a line. And then now maybe I want to write about my favorite video game series. Okay, so I'll have another heading. So this one I'm going to do a little bit smaller than my original. So H2 is still a big heading, but not as big as this H1 up here for video games. So I'm going to say here, my favorite video game series. Okay, so, and then I'm going to, whoa, wrong head, wrong tag there. There we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to list off my favorite video game series. You could use an ordered list, which would be numbers, or an unordered list, which would be bullet points. I'm going to go ahead and use an ordered list, which is this OL tag. And I'm going to go ahead and just go down a couple times and then close out my OL element. Now we've got my ordered list is here, and I just need to put some list items inside of my list. So first list item, I'm going to use my LI tag for each list item. So I'm going to say LI, and then I'm going to do The Legend of Zelda. Okay, and then I'm going to close it out. My second one, I'll say Mario. Then we'll close it out with the closing LI tag. My next item, I'm going to say Halo. Close that. Then we'll say Uncharted. Close that out. And then we'll do my last one. All right. So I've got my video game series, all of my favorite series there, and then I have my closing OL tag. And remember, all of this needs to be in between your two body tags. So just like I have here, and I'll actually go just a little bit, get rid of that space so you can see it all. So I've got my body tag, I've got my H1, and I'll even turn on the inspector and you can see it. I've got my H1 for video games, got my paragraph here, another paragraph, my horizontal rule, if we can see it, and then we've got another heading, a smaller one, and then I've got my list items here in between my two OL tags. All right, so that's pretty much it for this basic web page. So for you guys, you can kind of create whatever you'd like, but just try to use your heading tags, maybe a couple of those, maybe do a couple paragraphs. You can use this horizontal rule if you want, and then do a list, either an ordered list with numbers, or you could do an unordered list, and I'll change that right now so you see what that looks like. make an unordered list, and then it just becomes bullet points. All right, and then that's it for this project. If you go hit finish, it'll just take you to the next page where you're supposed to just make sure that all of your content's here that you want and that your HTML tags are in here properly. So you're just reviewing it on this page. And that is it for lesson 4.